toll that storm took on schools in Charlotte County and really Charlotte County as a whole. So we have Mike Riley of Charlotte County Public Schools with us this morning. Now, Mike, you were there when that storm made landfall. Of course, this has been just a huge life changer for people living in Charlotte County, but some of the schools as well. Specifically, Charlotte High School is the one I remember.
Right, that school was built in like 1925, and just the whole wall was just damaged. And a school across from it, Sally Jones, was only 2 or 3 years old and built the new hurricane standards and just lost some soffit work. But we lost 8 out of 20 schools that day, and it was the largest disaster ever in public education in the history of our nation. 2 of them we were able to rebuild, but from the damage, but the other 6 had to be tore down. And so really what it did in the blessing way is that it sped up our plan for reconstruction by about 10 years.
And I remember just how much it brought the community together as well. I remember, Charlotte High School had to do the split sessions with their rival high school, Port Charlotte High, and that was just something that was so crazy to see, but also kind of a blessing in a way too, because the community really came together in that time.
It did. They made a T-shirt and it said "Divided by a river, put together by a hurricane." And I think they would start at 6 in the morning. Charlotte High had the first session, or Port Charlotte, and then they would bus the kids in, and they would be there in the afternoon. And there was not one problem, not a bit at all. The kids did much better than the parents did. They were way more resilient. And then Charlotte High, of course, it took a long time to rebuild. And the kids were in portables. And I'll never forget Gussie Baker, a little old lady in our community she's the matriarch of our community. She said the parents are complaining. I would have given anything to be in one of them air-conditioned portables when I went to Charlotte High School.
It was pretty nice. I know when I was, the time of the hurricane hitting, I was 12 years old. And when I was in Charlotte High School, it was portables the whole way through. And people thought, this was going to be such a big deal, but it really wasn't. I think we were all just grateful to be able to be somewhere, to come together and go to school. Thank you so much for joining us today, for your insight, Mike. I appreciate it.
Thank you.